Hi, I'm Ethan Black. I'm part of the first graduating class of Micah Mountain, which is the class of 2022. I'm a multi-sport athlete. I'm currently involved in football, track, and soccer. Some activities that I'm involved in, I'm heavily involved in my church. I am active in my youth group, and I was a middle school leader for about 2 years. I was involved in a community called One Mission, which helped build houses in Mexico. And I was involved in a community event called Kids Night Out, where parents dropped their students off and we babysat them for a couple hours and watched movies, and it was over 250 kids. I was in advanced guitar, and through that I've become a guitar teacher and helped students in our community learn and play guitar and read music. I was a part of theater, and I spoke German for 2 years, and I also refed for soccer. Some things that set me apart from other athletes is I'm very diverse and capable of multiple things. I was involved in multiple sports, and through that I've learned numerous things and how to be coachable and learn my lessons with teamed and individual sports. It's also helped me thrive under pressure and gain confidence through that. And in a position that is usually under pressure, it's made me a stronger person and made me do better and succeed through that. The most embarrassing thing about me is I was a really awful hip hop dancer in a class of only girls, and that led into something that kind of blew up, but not for any good reasons or for talent. But I went to Disneyland and there was music pumping, and I just was feeling the night at being 5 years old, and I was listening to music, jamming, and I started moving a little bit and started flailing my arms a little bit, and I picked my head up, and there was a crowd of people, probably like 50 people, just clapping, cheering me on. And I thought I was like becoming famous, like I was becoming like Justin Bieber or something. I was dancing to Neo and Chris Brown. It was the best night of my life. And then all of a sudden a lady told me to put my hat down, and all of a sudden I walked out with like what felt like $1 million. It was probably like 35, 40 bucks. And I remember just thinking, I'm on top of the world. I'm gonna go places for dancing. I'm gonna become the best hip hop dancer I can be on music videos and featuring things. And then I got a request from a college student who wanted me to dance in a music video for a videography contest. And so I go there and I'm dancing to my moves, doing my thing, kind of repeating the same move. I mean, I'll show you the YouTube video, I'll put it in the link, where I just kind of hit the same move and I'm kind of, dancing a little bit, feeling the music. It was awesome. It was the best night of my life. And with that, I got paid with a Happy Meal and a kid's toy. And that was the best thing ever, because my parents never let me get kids meals, and I just remember feeling like I'm on top of the world and I'm gonna go somewhere for dancing. As an athlete, I think this was the perfect time for people to realize that their sport that they were playing wasn't their passion, or it wasn't something they were necessarily excited about. They were only looking forward to the prize, and the prize for me is doing your track meets, going to finals, or doing your Friday night football games under the lights, or going to a championship game in soccer. That's the prize, and I think people love the prize, and who doesn't like something that's given and it feels amazing? But what they didn't like was the process, and through COVID, we were just given a process. We weren't given commitments, or we weren't given something right away. It was unprecedented. And through that, I think people just realized, I don't like working for the prize, I just want the prize. And they realized, when I have 3 practices a week with no games or no opportunities, they didn't like it and they quit. And it just didn't hit me that way. I think it just came to me that I love every single thing that I do, and that I can't just let go of this, because I've been at it since I was 2 years old. Yes, I said 2. My parents put me in a soccer league at a 3-year-old and up division, and I was only 2 years old. They snuck me in. I wasn't good. However, it made me just a part of my life. Just like talking and walking, sports has been a part of my life, and it's just too early for me to give up, and I just have too much passion and too much fuel to let it go. I think the most impactful event through this year for everyone was COVID, and mental health was brought to the awareness of the community and the world, and to students and teachers, that this isn't just an issue that we just push aside. We need to step forward on it and be active in this. And we've lost numerous students in our community to mental health, and it's broken people apart and made it feel like there's nothing happening and nothing's being stepped into and nothing's being brought forward. And I felt like as a student, I needed to bring something forward and leave a stepping stone in my community So I developed a mental health awareness club where students are going to get counseling training peer-to-peer so students don't feel left out or not needed. And the goal of it is just to make sure that everyone understands there is something and there is a goal to be accomplished in the community with mental health. When I think of a hero, I think of many characteristics, not just one individual person. I think of someone who's strong and hardworking, and that's my dad. I think of someone humble and kind, and that's my mom. And I think of someone who's wise and has dealt with experience and problems and situations and where they succeeded, and that's my grandparents. And when I think of a leader and a role model, I think of coaches and teachers that have been involved in my life. Position where there's a lot of pressure, I do well underneath it, under it. Come on, man. Come on.
I got this, man. I got this, Mom. I don't even practice.
And I remember Dad brought the whole where it's like, you see me on the magazines, in the TV. He said, see me on the magazines, in the TV. And that's on the video. And it says magazines on the TV when I bust through it.